pieces out so you can see them all. Work really well. So this is a router. It's like $29 on Amazon. And this is the kind of thing, if you wanted to set up a little wireless network somewhere, it's like a cheap way to do it. And then there's a this is a little rig. I'll tell you about the story about this. This is a power supply. So it's it's one of these rechargeable batteries that you get to recharge your phone if it runs out of juice. And so it can be, if you're going to be a longer time, you can plug it into the AC. But I wanted it to be self-contained in the box. And then I sort of had this idea, and I went to visit a friend in Colorado, and Ken he's a hacker type too, and I told him what I wanted to do, and he rigged up. He did a little wiring job here. So basically, I have a switch here. And so normally the way you turn these things on is you just power it. You have to manually power it up. So Ken built me a switch, and there's a light in the middle of it. And so this thing, it takes about a minute to boot up. And so I will see if I can do this so Sandy can be able to see. Is I'll reassemble it inside the box here. And, see if I can get. I don't really think I'll do the whole Velcro thing too quickly. Because
you pointed out? Or
yeah, the light goes towards the front, and I'll show you why.
Oh, the lens.
Yeah. So the idea is when this thing is, and I kind of hoped we would do like a blinking light or something like that. So when you pull up the bulb thing and press the shutter, the light goes on. So it's like a little indicator that something is happening there right now. But by now, let's see if this works. Is that you're somewhere in a coffee shop? It's always a coffee shop. It could be a bookstore. It could be a campus, and you're like, wow, I wonder if there's any free internet here. And so look, there's a network called Storybox. Share yours. And it's unlocked. It's rare to get. I don't know if you've been in some of these places where it's got
have our neighbors
15 networks and they all have locks on them. And it's like, wait a minute, there's a free one. So I join it, and it connects, and they'll say, oh, I think I'll just go to Facebook because I love Facebook so much. I really need to update my Facebook. And oops. And then instead of going to Facebook, it's going to redirect you. And this is the web server that's running on the Storybox. And so I built a whole website that's running on here.
Yes. Ephemeral internet.
Yeah. It's the ephemeral internet. And so there's one thing you can do is the main thing is there's a place where you can add things to the Storybox. So that's the first thing I did was show people. I gave them the prompt to go out and get things. Gave them 10 minutes, and then I went through this part. And so basically, on an iPhone, basically on a computer, on the iPhone you can just get access to your photos and videos. On a computer you can upload any file.
Okay.
On an Android device you can upload any. So I could choose to pick something, but I can also
take a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, take a picture of being taken.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to use this photo, and it's selected, and then I'm going to transmit it, and it's sending.
Yeah.
So it's uploading to here.
Cool.
And it's uploading to here.
How much storage does it have?
I have a 16 gig thumb drive on here.
I got you.
And so, and then once it's stored, there's a place you can see more or less a directory listing. So this is like a raw place where all the media comes into the Storybox. So it's basically like a file listing. So, you know, the iPhone names everything image.jpg.
Right.
So you get kind of this random thing. So what I did is I built I call it the Storybox Explorer. So after a session, I go through and I make sure all the files work okay. I resize them. I turn all the audio files to MP3s, and I make them so they're a little more suitable. And then I have this little interface. It's a little bit hard to see on the phone here, but it's kind of like it's called an infinite gallery. So it gives you access. There's 390 images or media files in here. So as you pan and swirl this thing around, it shows you previews of the files. So you can see a preview of the image. So if I click on that, it'll load an image on here. So it's kind of a random gallery of the media that's on there. So the idea is, once there's a significant number of things on here, you start looking through and say, can I do anything with these? Can I find a theme? And that's about as far as I've gotten with that. I did a couple.
I'm gonna